Alabama and LSU. Just putting those two names together can jumpstart a host of feelings and memories through Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. Moments of frustration, disbelief, and jubilation due to the battles that these two have had. From national championship games to season derailments, this rivalry has had it all, and we've got even more for you today. An iconic venue, Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Guys, the Tigers head coach told me pregame, this is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go. He has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. A rather ill-advised move that leaves his team in the hole. He's out of bounds at his own 4. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll mark him down at the 17, and that'll be enough to move the chains. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. In the backfield, it's Wilson. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, if you're going to get 1st downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Looking for a man. It's Levin. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
Hunt is on its way. Looking for room. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Now here's Russell. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, that is exactly the opposite of what this offense talked about. They talked about staying ahead of the chains with us in meetings and making sure they stay on schedule. And the first play, not very good protection, a big loss, and now immediately, Palmer, in a predictable passing situation.
That is such a gut punch for the offense, especially the play caller, because you know it, David. He's already scripted the first 10 plays. They've been practicing those all week long. You take a sack on the opening play, it completely blows up your...
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically...
Makes a grab and room to run. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, third down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. And you can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and you know that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating. You want to be great on those boxes, right? You want to check those third downs. You don't want to give up explosives. Well, you just did 2 and 1. That's not good for this defense, right? They've got to control that third down a little bit better. They got to snatch some momentum back, and you got to tackle better, man. You got some opportunities to get guys on the ground. You got to accomplish the mission.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Russell. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line, and the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Now here's Russell. Out wide left, it's Edwards. Snags it and he's open. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation. And beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Keelan Russell. Next going for the goal line. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown Tide. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 72 yards, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Here's the give off the left side. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Fires to the middle. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
You know, there are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye weeks sometimes can take away your rhythm, and that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return, he's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Tide ready to roll on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He'll try to do it himself. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. Throwing Russell. He's got him in the flat. Turning it on. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. handoff to the single running back. There's some room. Got enough space. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. The give to Caden Durham. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Berry. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I think one thing LSU fans want to see right out the gate with this Lane Kiffin offense, can we get some balance? Durham's been here for a couple of years. You've seen some high moments, Palmer, but like they need to get this run game going. They brought in a bunch of offensive linemen in the portal, and especially a big boy over there at left tackle. Interested to see if they can get that run game going.
And they should be able to get it going, too, at LSU, because when you think about Lane Kiffin's offenses back at Ole Miss, I know everybody talks about them throwing the football, but they were always able to run it, too. You think about guys like Quinshon Judkins and Kejuan Lacey. They always had a dude back there giving the offense balance. Running the ball successfully is something that I expect we're going to see in Baton Rouge this season. A lot of opportunities for the running backs this year.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Hall. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Tigers! Rolling his way into the end zone. Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. The give to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Russell turns it upfield. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Russell will throw for it on fourth. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Again, it's Russell. Look out. There he goes. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keelan Russell swings it out to his running back. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Came up just inches short on first down. Now just a few links to go here on second. Looking for space. It's Hill. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had zero answers.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bama! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Out wide right, it's Green. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Running inside, it's Berry. Enough to move the chains. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Offense getting set for first down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but it makes life really easy on me on second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They'll try to get it through the air. This time he's got it. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Drops back on first down. Buying a little time to his left. Left side, it's Jones. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. LSU right back to the line.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
He's got an open man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. That's the last thing this defense needed, a penalty to keep the drive moving. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Oh, pressure's coming. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
And they tacked on the extra point. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. On the move, it's Hill. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We begin our whip around with Florida, taking on the number 5 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Gators, setting score records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. This ball club now stands at 6 wins. They've ensured themselves at the very least of a 500 regular season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll start the third quarter with the run. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Keep it on the ground. Crosses the 45. Still running at the 40. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Running the red zone, it's Riley. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near?
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 12th of the season. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
To the air, it's Levin. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Going the other way, and he's got touchdown, Alabama! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Handoff, Caden Durham. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Out wide left, it's Harris. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
The give to Caden Durham.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
LSU quick to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Scanning the field, it's Levin. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The defense has been hanging on for dear life figuratively, now literally, and it draws a flag. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Durham. Turning it on. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. Looking for a crease to the left. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They give it back to him. He'll be dropped.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Now here's Russell. Fires to the tight end. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Using his legs, it's Hill. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Might as well run him again. Oh, he's got some space. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Swarmed under, 5-yard loss on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Rush right in his face. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Throwing Russell. He wants to take the top off. Snags it inside the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Looking for space. It's Hill. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. LSU right back to the line.
And how about the complimentary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football game.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. moves the pocket. It's Levitt. Finds his tight end. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Long way to go on second down. Looking to throw again. Right down the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They'll need a bunch on second down. To the air. It's Levitt. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a third down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. Now from inside the red zone. Out wide right, it's Durham. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. LSU quick to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hall. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Snapped on fourth down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the fourth quarter. We're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Russell. He's going to run it. Looking for room at the 25. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. First down here for the offense. Keelan Russell. Here comes the heat. Across the 45. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. The give on the counter. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Oh, maybe a double pass. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Throwing Russell. He's going to take off. There he goes. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Run in the red zone. It's Hill. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And now, after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Motion from the back. Russell swings it out to the flat. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down.
It's a good decision by the quarterback. The defense was blitzing, so he threw hop.
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. 4th down, Russell. Fires into the end zone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Unloads to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense.
Looking for a deep man. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. After this, it'll be a wrap. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Right side, it's Jones. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good.